Hi everyone, welcome again to my YouTube channel. It's so good to have you guys here with me. I am so thankful for all of you who have given me feedback, who have liked, who have shared my video. Thank you so very much. As you can see today, I have a lot of gears. That is because the last few videos we've posted online, we had serious issues with the audio. There were some sounds that were obstructing the way the quality of the video sound came out, and so I decided to go and bring out my Yeti microphone. I'm going to do a review on the microphone for those of you who will be interested in it, and it has been a very good tool for me in the last few years. I've had the Yeti for a while. I'm also going to be using the Yeti for my podcast as well. And if you do not know about my podcast, I will just quickly chip in something. My podcast is For the Oaks of Africa by Temisan, with Temisan Ochabo. It's on Anchor, it's on Google Podcast. So you can just search for it, Temisan Oaks for Africa. For the Oaks of Africa with Temisan Ochabo. Now, let's go back into the video. Today is a personal journey video. It's a personal story video where I would be speaking on my journey on procrastination. This is a very personal thing. It's like me, I'm exposing myself to you. That's one of the side of this video. It's me sharing my personal issues and my personal, would I say, my personal journey, my struggles. Now, I have this YouTube channel you're seeing, you're watching, is something that I was to start in 2015. So the YouTube channel is 5 years late. As for my podcast that I just started in 2020, I should have started that podcast in 2011. So I have been procrastinating on my podcast for 9 years, and I have been procrastinating on my YouTube video for 5 years. Well, I started this year, so I don't know if I should add this year, but since I started at the end of this year, the last quarter, I think it's okay for us to categorize the YouTube video as the second. As you can see, I have a lot of experience in procrastination. And to make it interesting, I'm actually currently still procrastinating on one other heavy, important. Do I say heavy? One other important topic, also pick up. I am also currently procrastinating on something else. Now, this video, right, is me advising myself and likewise advising other people who are viewing my channel. Now, I should have started my podcast in 2011. I did not. I have solid reasons. I didn't have equipment. I did not know how to go about it. Well, I knew how to go about it, but that was what I was telling myself. So that brings me to the first point. How do you know that you are procrastinating? One, you're lying to yourself. Every day you lie to yourself that there's a reason why you shouldn't do it. So for me, for my podcast, I didn't have a nice microphone. I didn't have a solid laptop. I did not have access to internet because I live in Nigeria. As at that time, I was in Lagos State. I was in NYC Copper. I didn't have quality content to speak about. I had so many reasons. And today, 9 years later, that is when I decided to start my podcast. Second thing, that how you know that you're procrastinating is you think that when you start, you would meet up. You think that if I start the podcast or if I start that thing today, somehow I will meet up. Oh, wow. Welcome to Nigeria. So in 2011, I had solid reasons why I should not have this podcast. Or in the future of 2015, from that time, I said, I had solid reasons. I didn't have a camera for my YouTube video. I didn't have editing software. I didn't know how to go about editing. So whatever, I had, there were good reasons, right? So I left it. Fast forward 2020, lockdown came and everything happened, and I saw myself as I had a moment to sit down and reflect on the decisions I have made thus far. Right? But in 2020, I was doing like a back search from 2020 to 2010 to 2020. What are the things that I kept pushing forward? Podcasting and video were the two areas. I was afraid also of coming out in public. For some strange reason, there was this fear that I cannot even explain why that fear was there, but it was there. I didn't want to be seen. I didn't want anyone to see my flaws, because I felt like when I'm out, if I put myself out there, I'll be open to scrutiny, criticism. People would begin to judge me and stuff, and I decided to keep quiet. And that did not even make me feel better, because I knew I was lying to myself. I knew that I needed to move out of this place that I am into the goals that I had set for myself, and I needed to start achieving them and taking them off. Now, third reason is my why. My why, one of my whys is my son. I have a 3-year-old son. And every time I look at him, I want to be the parent that does things and not just talks. So I don't want to be that parent that only just says, this thing is good, you should do this, and then me, to myself, I am not doing those things to myself. You know, there's something that happens to you when you become a parent. You begin to realize that there's somebody who's looking up to you, who's hoping that you do. The person is hoping to see an example in you, right? They always say that there are phases in parenting. There's a place where you're a parent, there's a place where you're an advisor, and it gets to a place where you become a mentor. So are you really building yourself to the point where your child can look up to you and say, if my parent didn't give up, even though despite life threw them with so many challenges, yet they found a way to hit their goals and do all the things they've always wanted to do? I want to be a parent that my son will be proud of. I want to be a parent that I can look out and say, yeah, I did all the things I wanted to do. And so I'm here to tell you that procrastination is horrible. I still struggle with it. I'm not saying this to mean that I am perfect and I have gotten it 100%. But all I'm saying is that you have to start from somewhere. You have to take it one step at a time. Realize that there are people that are waiting for you. There are people who are to learn something from you. You know, I keep thinking about all these famous people we read about and we watch and we study, and I ask myself, if they, for 1 minute or for all the times that those things, the idea came to them, they shoved it somewhere and they didn't do what they were supposed to do, would we be looking up to them as mentors? Would we be looking up to them as people that have changed our lives? And so I have decided to take my destiny. Right? I have decided to take the things that I love, regardless of the fear that I feel, push and do this. Fortunately, I have come to realize that once you start to do the thing that you are called to do, some of them, there is a way the world works. Things will just start to fall in place. So you begin to find people that would help you, right? You begin to find people that will motivate you. You begin to find people that will take it upon themselves to say, okay, for this project that you're handling, I would follow you up. I would check with you, right, on how far you're going. I would be there if you have issues to speak to someone who can run ideas through you. You know, I had so many kind people who have reached out to me and said, girl, I see what you're doing. I know that you're afraid, but you're doing it anyways, and you're putting the content out there. You know, things are, you're going out there, you're putting yourself out there, things will work out. Just keep at it, keep showing up, and keep doing your best. And these things have had a way of lighting the fire in me. They had a way of making me feel like, yes, they sort of gave credence to my goal. They sort of made it look like I what I'm doing is valid. They give me some form of validation, and that is encouraging. So I'm here to tell you that if you're procrastinating on anything, it's not a new thing. It's something that a lot of us do, and we have this illusion and we think that we have so much time on our hands. And sometimes there's so much time you think you have, or the much time you think you have is not really there, because life happens. You get promoted, you get to find a better job that takes a lot of your time. So from where you are, please take our time to give your goal your time. Do not postpone. My first thing, don't postpone that thing. Some wise man said that if you set a target, every day show up and do it, even if it's 2 minutes. If you have a homework to do, even if it's just to write 3 lines, just go there, write 3 lines and walk away. And anytime you remember that thing, go back, write 4 lines and leave it. You don't have to sit there and focus and do. So if you keep adding those 3 minutes, 4 lines, 5 lines here and there, 1 skip, 10 jump ropes, all those sort of things at intervals, you begin to see that gradually, surely but surely, you're getting closer to your goals. Another tip that has helped me is breaking my goals in bits. Now I decided, okay, let me do A first, do B later, and then do C another time. So for my YouTube channel, okay, today I'm going to write my script. How many ideas do I have to develop? I have them all written out on my whiteboard, and I have the ideas. I work on them. They are all stacked on my table, so it's like a gentle reminder every day I get to my office and I sit on my desk, I see it. So today I pick out one, I write. I try not to put too much pressure so that my brain doesn't enter into the procrastination mode. Third tip is that I ask myself, what is my why? Why am I doing this? Why do I decide to set this goal? Am I trying to fulfill my destiny? Is there something in my heart that is one that needs expression? I need to give that thing expression. And so I that is the driving force. And I've realized that the feedback I get, people tell me, oh, the video, it gave me insight into something. Oh, your podcast, I listened to it and I got some insight on this thing that I've been confused about. So all those feedbacks, I'm like, wow, indeed, this content I'm putting out there is also helping, and it's also helping people to know more about certain topics. Then another thing is, be kind to yourself. The world is not so easy, and so the tendency that you always want to be so hard and mean to yourself, you want to punish yourself when you don't. For example, some of us that are trying to hit some certain targets, by the time you find out that you flopped on it, you say, oh, I'm going to starve, or no, I'm not going to do this, and then you punish yourself, and it doesn't even change anything. It's one thing to punish yourself and then achieve the result, right? I'm not saying that's good, but then you punish yourself and you're still back at the same procrastination starting pool that you are in. So did you change anything? So be kind to yourself. I read something about in the study of self-compassion. It was said that people who are kinder to themselves, they have a way of achieving their goals. They find a way of meeting their goals on time. So I would advise you to be kinder to yourself. Give yourself room to make errors, which are the places where you fall short, and then don't sleep on the error. Don't remain there. Get up, pull yourself together, and try to form a little village. That when I say a village, I mean get people who truly love and believe in you. Those people are the people you need in this life. There are people who, their smile every day you get up to want to do the thing that you are called to do. That smile on their face is an encouragement. That smile on their face, it just makes you feel that you are on the right track. So get those people. You need them. That you see me sitting in front of this mic and this camera, it was the help of a friend. You understand? The friend came and said, you can do this, I'm here, I will support you, anyhow, just do it. And I almost deleted the other videos that had sound problems, because I felt, oh, they were not perfect enough. But the kind of person that I am, if I delete those videos, I will continue to critique myself. And I will continue to remain in that hole where I don't even come out with anymore. So I put it out there. In the future, if I make amazing videos, I would then go back and redo those videos and delete them. But that I have spent time and effort, right? And then the microphone messed up, unfortunately. I can't take that back, but I will put the content out there so that in my head, I know that I am making progress. So sometimes don't always strive for perfection, because perfection is another thing that can drive procrastination. And then finally, focus on the reward for yourself. What is the thing that you enjoy? If you have the money to splurge on a spa visit, do that. If you want to go do a pedi, do that. For the guys, if you want to take time to go to the spa, you can. If you want to take your favorite ice cream flavor, whatever, you can do that after you finish putting in the work. But before you reward yourself, make sure that you have put in the work. Honestly, success is not cheap. You would spend time and you will do the work. So, I've come to the end of my video, and I hope that I've encouraged you with my story. Don't let your dream be 10 years late. Don't let your dream be 5 years late. Whatever that has been put in your heart to do it now. Thank you for watching my video. Until my next video, thank you for watching. Bye. Also, please subscribe. Click on the like button.